Oh, hello, hello. Hopefully you guys are all doing well. Myself am just about to start. Just let me slowly go into performance mode. And yeah, awesome, awesome. Try to pull up stream on my other thing real quick. Yeah, cool, cool, cool. Alright, let's go live. So hopefully everybody's doing well. I believe everything is set up correctly. I'm not entirely sure. Yes, we are currently live at the moment. Alright, let's get into it. Boom. I just gotta close that real quick. Alright, we're currently in Act 5. Just trying to get myself going. Slowly created a small build. I'm level 58. I'm bad. Created just a nice easy build. An arc and cast out a shock. So, you know, I'm just gonna do this all the way through, see how it goes. Shouldn't be too bad, but you never know. Extra cold damage, extra attack speed, +1 on minion skills. It's not bad, but definitely can do higher with the minion skills. So we're definitely just gonna sell those too. Sadly, just need the gold in case I need to respec, so there's no rushing that there. Skeletal cleric. Spike duration is 4 seconds. Honestly, I was thinking about getting a curse, but with the amount of damage I do, I don't even know if it's worth it. The conductivity. Conductivity wouldn't be bad. Or even frost wall for those just that AoE use, just to protect myself. Eye of Winter seems like a good one as well.
Is a moving storm that launches projectiles, firing a full spiral of them at the end of its flight. If the
But I already have Orb of Storm and Ball Lightning, so I don't know if it's even
Eye
worth
of
it.
Winter is a moving storm that launches projectiles, firing a full spiral of them at the end of its flight. If the eye passes over an elemental ground effect, it will take on that effect.
Let's see. Flicker Strike. I know there's a way to keep that one going, so it's pretty amazing that they even have that. Alright, Olg. Like, there's not much more that I need. I could do Lightning Warp to 13, honestly. Or even Ball Lightning. Lightning Warp's 11. I can change that to 12 soon. I'll keep the 13 for now. Just use the Just use that on that. Use another 12. So you don't need anything else, honestly. Hex Blast.
Dark Effigy raises a totem that launches chaos projectile. Dark Effigy raises a totem that launches chaos projectiles.
Yeah, not much I need other than that. Alright, let's keep on going. It doesn't look like there's gonna be much, so. Enter the Titan Grotto at the class entry. Hey, Adia. Let me help you. I got my coffee going, so I'm trying to keep myself awake. Hey, as you guys can see, my build right now has Arc. Right, 65 mana. Ball Lightning, Lightning Warp, just to finish off any enemies. If there's a large group and one procs the shocked status, then I can just start whipping through. Orb of Storm is there just to help create the shock as well as Ball Lightning, but Arc in and of itself actually shocks fairly quickly, as you can watch. Right up here. 5%, 23%, right? Like, yes, it's not going to be as quick as it used to be, but here on a giant, ooh, even with a rare enemy, watch. Let's gather all these people. So you toss down, Ball Lightning, boom, boom, 3, and now you start rocking. Look at this. And it just kind of wipes through them slowly. So what's actually happening right now is that I'm actually casting about 2 arcs, which each do a fairly similar amount of damage. Arc in and of itself does about 2 to 3k damage, depending. That storm is annoying. Plus I have Elemental Storm popping up, and with Elemental Storm, I'm also, again, I'm causing more shock. The shock starts, gives me enough to cast on shock. I'll show you guys in just a moment. I'm going to just take care of this guy real quick. And then obviously I have my things, so if I need to, I can just Elemental Storm finish them off. But nonetheless, let's pull it up. So the goal is that you're trying to use all your skills. Elemental Storm. Trying to use Elemental Storm, Orb of Storms, Ball Lightning, and Arc. With that's doing right now 4.2k damage. That's per second. So it's probably doing about 2.1k damage every half second. Using all those skills to help proc cast on shock, which again procs Arc, which has 100% more shock. Right, obviously this is just the meta gem just to help cast the shock. But usually, using all of those, I'm able to cast about 3 or 4 shocks. If it actually triggers, about 3 to 4 shocks every 1.5 to 2 seconds. Which can really pierce and penetrate the lightning resistance. Even enemies who are lightning resistant. Right? And obviously as the mobs get bigger, you want to be able to utilize all spells. But in the beginning, like if there's just a few enemies, you can just literally hold Arc down and just walk in and cast. Walk and cast. Right? Nice and easy. Oops, was not paying attention there. And then obviously if you need to do certain clears and stuff, which I can like show you guys in a moment if I can find a large group of enemies. I've also added extra cold damage to my weapon so that it also triggers freezing. Just so then I actually have 2 different types, especially for bosses. This actually helps fairly immensely. Since the stun doesn't last that long, and freezing actually helps because you're not even casting Frost Snap, which utilizes the frozen, but for now it just doesn't need it. Oh, has space. I need to check my inventory. Oh, let's bring them back. Those storms are annoying. Alright, so let's try it like this. So I got one right there, right? But that does it, I can just go. I just go. Right? And it creates its own lightning ground, so everybody's also getting shocked again, right? So you are always, every skill that you have is always working towards cast on shock. And because skills are constantly working towards cast on shock, you shouldn't have any issue getting that skill down. Now the only reason this works is because the amount of mana being used for arc is much lower than, say, Comet, which is the reason why Comet has the cast-ons support skills have generally gotten nerfed. Many people have been using cast on shock for Spark, or cast on freeze for Spark. Spark is pretty good because you can ricochet this projectile, so you can just add on projectile support gems and just make it go crazy, right? So this guy is lightning resistance, as you can see. So if I toss down, I get him, throws him, like, I'm still flying through him. He's also regenerating life, but I'm doing more than enough damage. And as you can see, my mana goes down. My mana going down means that I am using this extra cast on shock. So, because I should have enough mana to just keep it going, right? Just normal arc, right? Because I have enough mana regen for that. But if it's going down, it means I am activating the cast on shock, which shows that it does actually proc fairly quickly, fairly a lot as well. Right, and there's the shock ground. Plus doing that creates more shock ground, and like it just keeps going and going and going. Now, I have tried it with Spark, but Spark for me just doesn't do enough. And the only reason is because right now, Chain Lightning, there's 10% more damage for each remaining chain, right? And it's doing 78 to 439 damage, but that's not the actual numbers because you can't see the actual numbers. Because those will also be helped by obviously all of the items, the equipment. And so right now it's just a numbers game, and Spark just doesn't do enough. For me, Spark doesn't do enough to keep it going, even though you could probably trigger Spark a lot faster. Hi, baby. Uh-oh. So you can trigger Spark a lot faster, but the only problem with Spark is that there's just not enough damage. And Arc actually travels, and so it does travel through as well as you casting Arc, so you're essentially casting multiple arcs at once. It's not just one, right? You are casting multiple arcs, which means big damage. And so it's kind of how this one works. Oh, look at this. It's actually really nice. I like that. I'm going to keep that to sell later. So you're using a lot of that just to keep it going. And even though it doesn't trigger as much as 43% increased elemental damage with attacks, it's actually not bad. I might keep that for later as well. Is it here? Even though you are casting it more less than Spark, you can do more damage. So I can actually run it real quick here. Let me go grab Spark, and I can show you guys the big difference between the two. Hopefully we can find a large group of enemies and you can kind of see. But my main arc damage already does so much that it's almost, I wouldn't say irrelevant, but you'll notice that Spark just doesn't really do as much as you would think. Right, so with Spark, you want to run You want to run a Ricochet. And because we don't need... I mean, if you could get 4, that'd be better. But because you don't really need Impetus, right? You could force it to just do more damage with Ricochet. And then you could also do... Where is it? So instead of this, you can also have this one to fire more. And give Ball Lightning more chance to shock. Because it already has a high shock damage, but if you need more, you just do more. I'm actually going to change Ball of Lightning's... I'm going to change Unleash. Change Unleash to... Where is it? Oh, penetration. Where is it? Ah, Scatter Shot. Scatter Shot for Ball of Lightning. Unleash I'll keep here for now. Honestly, I'll just stick these support gems onto here real quick. I'll just keep that one. But if you watch... So right now we switched to Spark. Spark does 8 to 106. 12 projectiles, right? Projectile duration is 2 seconds. I could, if I can socket Cast on Shock to 4, I could definitely make this a bit longer so there's more, but you want to have Ricochet just to kind of help bounce, and then we also have Wild Shards, so that's just going to release more sparks. The goal of this is that you're just trying to like outdo the enemies with large amounts of sparks flying everywhere, which creates large amounts of damage. I have the fucking things, but it just won't let me do them. I'm gonna go find the other ones. We're gonna open the thing, and then hopefully I can get rid of these placeholders. So, Spark requires way less, so you don't really need the thing. So as you can see, it triggers way faster, right? Like way more. And so you can actually see the sparks fly on the ground fairly quickly compared to the others. But again, my arc is already doing so much damage at this point, where like you're just not getting as much out of Spark. Whereas Arc, it's able to get at least 1 or 2 more hits off. Oh, is this it? Oh, here we go. Finally. Alright, bam. Bam. Okay, good. I'm done with that. So I need to go and I need to find a large ass group of enemies just to see if this works. See? Like, it's good. It is good. It's not a bad one. I would say that if you cannot deal with a mana situation with Arc, you go Spark. Spark might be a bit slower, but you're able to probably manage more with the large amounts of enemies. Right? So now if I go back and I switch energy, take out that, how much more shock, sparks up there, put that there. Okay. Now if we go back and we do Arc again, we have that active, you will see that once it triggers, it just hits more. Like, it just deals a little bit more damage. Like, see, when it does trigger, it just annihilates. It just goes and you're done. Well, that was just pure Arc though. Okay, I need to find one more seal. Does have a lot of enemies here? Yes, here we go. Okay, we got a lot of enemies here. This is just gonna kind of help show it. Like, it's just way quicker. See what I mean? It's just a bit quicker. More damage. It's just bouncing between everybody. And it's just causing that extra shock. And so it just keeps stacking on top of each other, which is the goal. Am I done? Hopefully I'm done. So that's just how that one works at the moment. I don't know how this is gonna go in maps. Pretty much end game. I don't know how it's gonna do. I know with certain modifiers it's gonna be kind of tricky. It will honestly depend not so much on lightning resistance enemies, but lightning immune enemies. Same as like Comet if things are, you know, immune to frost. I don't know what the mods are. I haven't actually looked into any of that yet. I'm waiting to get to end game to actually take a look at those situations. I do know that with if you can get extra, like let's say cold or extra fire damage percentages on stuff, that does help. As that's kind of like another little factor I've added into this build was my weapon has 22% extra cold damage, right? It's pretty much I think just that one. Yeah, or no, it's this ring. 10 to 16 cold damage. Now it doesn't do a lot, but because lightning penetrates fairly good, what tends to also happen is that it does trigger the freeze, and so you're not only triggering shock for that large amounts of damage as well as the double arc, which you are pretty much allowing yourself during boss fights to freeze the boss. Hopefully we can go find the boss and I will show you guys. But again, this all only works right now in the campaign, even though, I mean, it is cool difficulty, but even though it is the campaign, everything is slightly easier, so maps will be different. And whether you're in tight corners, tight corridors, or large open fields, this just works. Like, it just works. And like, it just goes, you guys. And like, it doesn't have to happen every single mob that you meet, but once you get into a big mob, it just goes, like, it just triggers all around. And that's kind of the key, is that when you get those large mobs, you want to be able to get through them fairly quickly. Elemental Storm is just very nice just to have. You can do more Arcane Surge. I am looking into which Ascendancy is going to probably make this build even better. But for right now, I just have the Elemental Storm because I've been just a little too lazy to kind of switch it up. I'm pretty sure if I took out Elemental Storm, I'd probably have a better time utilizing those support gems a little bit more. But we'll see. And then, so once in a while, if you want to, you can just, because of how much shock you're doing and how much damage you're doing, Lightning Warp can just annihilate a group as well. Obviously, you have to get it to trigger first before you can even do it. Possibly on maps, you could probably trigger it more. Right now, I tend to kind of damage things a little bit too much. About 3 shots, about 3 arts in, I can kill 1 if I hit a good critical. 2 is pretty average, so. The cast on arc is pretty decent for me at the moment. So I'm just trying to fly through the campaign just so I can test these out on maps. Wasn't paying attention there, sorry. No, he's dead. Just trying to find my way through. If this, I think this might be a boss. There you go. And it doesn't take a lot of equipment. I mean, you're pretty much focusing, just like in Path of Exile 1, you're just focusing on spell critical, right? You want that lightning damage to be as much critical damage as possible. And then, if you can't even get critical damage, don't look for anything lightning. Just spell critical and spell damage. Like, that's all you're really looking for. But if you can, like, min-max it, then you're just gonna be doing everything. Right now I'm pretty squishy. So if you can probably hit, like, let's say, Mind Over Matter, which is what I'm going for right now. Am I not hitting him? If you can get Mind Over Matter. If you can get Mind Over Matter, I think if you can get enough mana regen, because you're gonna need mana regen for this build anyways, you could get slightly tanky. Probably not gonna be as tanky as builds that focus on Mind Over Matter, just because of that new damage transference from being 50% to now to 100. Though I do see that getting nerfed big time later in the future. Because if you are able to get high enough mana regen with Mind Over Matter, taking 100% of that damage to your mana, you could essentially become invincible. And so I definitely can see some people utilizing that and then it getting nerfed probably back to 50% or even like a 75% situation. Oh yeah, you made the 8. So I can definitely see that getting nerfed. Maybe not super soon, but definitely sometime in the future probably if more people start to utilize that. It's not very hard to get mana regen on things. For instance, you could get mana regen on your wand. I'm just doing max mana at the moment. But this has 14% mana regen with the little gem here, 15, so that's 29%. Right. I did have some other mana regens on other things, but if you look in here, I did went full on over here right now. So I got another 10, 20, 30, 40, 50%. That's regeneration rate, right? Less mana recovery rate. But if you are adding just that regeneration rate, you could, and you can even do the energy shield honestly to make it even larger for your mana pool. You are creating a very large mana gap in which you could just recover mana faster than you are being damaged. I can't remember his name, but I was talking with someone who was able to, I wouldn't say withstand one-shots, but certain not one-hit actual kills, but like just bosses that could do large amounts of damage. He was able to withstand them because he had enough mana and mana regen to, I wouldn't say cancel out that damage, but he could survive just enough, and his mana would just regen within about maybe 4 or 5 seconds. And so it is possible, and I do see a nerf coming for that sometime in the future if it's utilized to that extent. Though he did use a lot of, I can't remember what uniques he had. He had about 2 uniques and some pretty fairly beefy golds for or rares for his build. He was using the Archmage as well as Arcane Surge and all of that just to kind of get that mana regen. But mine's a little bit more about damage, not so much about survivability at the moment. Probably when I start to hit the near end game, like 70, 72, 75, then I'll start to focus on tankiness, because that's when I'll need it. But right now, it's just all damage. I know the boss mechanics. Yeah, I'm gonna die here and there, but my goal is just to time those mechanics right, damage them out, kill them as soon as quickly and as soon as possible. So. I do wish they had better movement speed boots and or movement spells. For instance, Blink is like one of the, I don't know, spirit gems or whatever, spirit skills. And it's a 3.8 second cooldown. So you're not going to be blitzing through the map, like let's say like Flame Dash from the original. But at least you're moving, right? Like you're moving through the map. And the only reason why I feel like it's, I wouldn't say required, but you know, it'd be a nice quality of life, is just because, let's see, lightning resistance, is just because, oh yeah, what is that? Is that a C? Or a D? It's a D? I like the letter D. Do you like it? Movement speed will help very much because the maps are much bigger. Now, I do like the maps being much bigger. Mobs aren't as dense. I mean, and you know, they're more... There's more of them, right? Like, because the map is bigger, there's just more of them. You're able to do a lot more, like testing out your build, obviously survive. Fuck if I know where I'm going right now. What the fuck am I supposed to do here? Right, or flame altar. So it's probably, it's either here or here. Okay. Sorry. I'm like half losing my train of thought. Movement speed will be good for these big ass maps. Like just generally moving through the maps much quicker is much nicer than just like this right now. I'm literally backtracking. I'm doing absolutely nothing because I've already, you know, took out the enemies. Now, more enemies, that's nice because the maps are bigger. Less dense, like that's a hit or miss, it doesn't really matter. But if it's more dense, you just have more damage that you can like spark between everybody. If it's less dense, you just have more time. But it's this part of the gameplay that's kind of like not so fun. You just kind of get tired just like going in that circle. Okay, so I'll show you guys how this works for bosses. Right, you really want to utilize Orb of Storms here, because the Orb of Storms is constantly just going to help get damage, and you just start casting. You'll notice big chunks disappear once I proc, or once it triggers the second arc. So right now, it's not so much, not too much damage, right? But once I get that second arc to happen, as you guys watch it, just enough. If you'll notice how much more damage, and my mana pool, you'll notice my mana pool just deteriorates with it. And the only reason why it deteriorates like that is because I am casting that second arc fairly quickly. Oh god. I didn't go behind that thing. Now when you get that lightning resistance and you just cast again, you'll freeze, and then you can go, hold on baby. And like you just go. And then like you're pretty much doing large amounts of damage. I'm trying to explain, so I'm not really focusing too much on the fight, but like I can damage him enough to where I can probably last out this fight just about now. Yeah. Obviously, if you have mind over matter, you're just gonna be able to just like stand there and just take them all. But that's not my goal. So just give me 1 second. The baby needs some help. What is it, baby?
Mic off. Mic on.
Alright, let's just go back real quick. I'll come back and grab those super fast. So right now I am headed towards mind over matter down here. But what I am thinking of taking really quickly is probably this, Eldritch Battery. Once I get to mind over matter. You could just do increased lightning damage if you want to go all damage first, but I'm getting close to the point where once I get to that third act, whatever, I need to think about my survivability. I made these jewels. Hero skills 0, 15. See, the only problem with this hero skill, so the only reason I did this was the magnitude of shock, as well as damage ailments, and again, another magnitude of shock. That for me is important. It's just because those are going to help for getting that shock to happen. Lightning damage, as well as critical damage bonus, and charms. Charm is nice because I have a rarity charm. Though I will probably look for a little bit more jewels on just pure lightning damage and shock. But yes. And then obviously if you can do this, right, 20% reduced life regeneration, right, 20% damage taken recouped as mana. Right, so this would work with mind over matter. Okay. Because when you hit, recoup causes you to recover an amount of the stated resource. So what would happen was this, if you get hit, will be taken from your mana, but this, right, has all damage taken. So you could essentially do one or the other, but honestly this is better. 40% increased effect of Arcane Surge. This is also another one that I was thinking about. Just because you just have a larger amount of stuff as long as you're using Arcane Surge, which I think is going to be very important for any like big casters, but we will see how that works. Oh god. +4 to all lightning, mana regen, 110 mana, 6 mana per enemies killed. So another thing you could use is this staff, Earthbound. It is a great staff. The only problem with this staff is that you do not get increased skills. Right, you are stuck with low level, I won't say low level, but like normal level skills. And because you're stuck on normal level skills, you kind of like get stuck. But if you really wanted to, you could add this in and you could cast both Arc and Spark as well. So you would be casting triple, because this would cast again on whatever enemies. Let me sell stuff and then I can show you. Oh shit. That's like nothing, whatever. Sure. 23, yeah, I'll sell that. I'm gonna keep the staff, sell that. Just keep that to just keep, and then I will stash everything back. Okay. Gems, sparks go back. Is it 3? Yes, 3 is the one that had it. Currency, boom, boom. We'll go to gems real quick. We'll keep this on. Actually, we'll keep this on sellables for now. Okay. So if I switch. Now, the only big thing is that the damage drops drastically. Look, 1915 compared to 3841. It's a huge difference. And so that's something that you gotta think of. You don't necessarily need Arctic armor. The only reason why I have Arctic armor is to be able to use clarity. Because it's constantly, you know, on. So yeah. And then Elemental Storm is nice, though I am thinking of probably taking Elemental Storm off The only reason is because Elemental Storm doesn't do much or hindered, which is kind of nice. But it doesn't, I don't know if it actually shocks. It might shock. It can't crit just because I have this one. So, I mean, we'll take a look. Just let me grab these guys real quick just to sell, because I need to make money in case I gotta change my build later. But I can show you guys with the staff, Earthbound. Earthbound is actually a really nice staff. I just don't think you're gonna be able to utilize it that well. Does she have any new items? That's actually, oh, 117 mana. That's not bad. 47% spell damage, 45 life, 36% chance. It doesn't have that extra cold damage though. That's the one that gets me. That extra cold damage is very, very helpful to having the freeze happen like we did in last month, as well as spell skills. Like, come on. At this point, every one that you have should have added level for spell skills, whether it's cold, lightning, whatever you're looking for. Gotta have it. Just got the horn. Okay, let's switch to the staff. I am saddened that I'm not able to use my cosmetics from the original game yet.
It is time to you have your orders.
How do I go to the bottom? This way? No? How the fuck do I get down? Oh, there you go.
Welcome.
I'm trying to get down, yo. Oh, wait, no, I gotta go here. Oops.
It must be hard for some to understand our older. Enter the shard. Fight the last.
This shot. Oh. Where is it? Da-da-da. There we go. Alright, hopefully I can do the trials as well fairly soon. If I can do the trials soon, we can see how this works in trials. Oh, god damn it. I have to go and make sure Spark has everything that it needs. Hold up. So the only other thing that you really gotta pay attention to is that spark from the staff. Because you gotta make sure that you have the right gems for it. Not like me. So we want to trigger Mana Flare. %30 more damage. Right, we do not need this. Cool. Penetration. 1, 2. Stash. Bam. You could add. Do I have enough for lightning pen? Oh, I need one more if I want to do that. How much do I have? 2853. Yeah, it's fine. Just refund one of those passes real quick to dexterity. Easy peasy. Okay, we want to do. Because I can't crit, so I need to take down one.
As we approach the nephew. Goodbye.
Yes. Okay, now this should be good. This doesn't show the amount of damage that you're going to be doing on this spark, so it's kind of hard to tell. I should still kill and clear things. Hi. I should still kill and clear things fairly quickly, but you'll notice it just doesn't go as quick as the wand. And it's just because the wand just utilizes everything much quicker. But you'll notice that, yes, it does release the spark, and I do have that second arc. It just doesn't kill things as quick. Damn, it's fucking loud, so hold on. That should be a little bit better. Right, so it does release the spark. The spark does do a little bit, but if I switch weapons, just look at how much quicker I kill these things. Right, and so like you don't really need unique items for this build whatsoever. You just have to find the right few modifiers in your wand and in your focus, and you're pretty much good to go. You don't need the freeze. Freeze is just there to, it's just like an added bonus. Right. And then the only thing I would say is definitely have movement speed boosts. And you could run this as WASD, you know, movement. I'm using mouse movement, as you can see. I've played PoE 1 for such a long time, I just can't get used to the WASD movement because my fingers are just so used to the QWER spellcast, right? T has always just been, you know, the whatever skill just sitting to the side. Emergency skill if you really needed. But QWER has always been my casting. So I'm always constantly there, like I don't have to think about it. It just kind of goes. And so right now I'm just gonna run through fairly quick, just try to find the door. The baby's kind of restless now, so I kind of want to just get through some of this real quick so I can play with the baby for a little bit as I jump off stream in a little bit. I'm probably going to keep going for maybe about another 15-20 minutes before I jump off. I would definitely be back on in a little bit though. I'm going to try to make the build up on PoE forums when I can find the time to kind of like label and show and video and just kind of like give you guys an idea of the build at the moment. Pretty sure there's a bunch of builds very similar to this one because Sorceress has all been about cast on ever since they figured out those triggering effects. I've always liked minions as a witch. That's the next one I'm going to look into. I'm gonna see if I can kind of recreate some old school minion builds from PoE 1. But with the way minions are going in this game, it looks fairly tricky to even make it very similar. You don't get the spirits like you did last time. You have newer minions. Some do higher damage, some do like magical damage, like I know the ice mage, the lightning mage, there's a what is it, there's a cleric that revives, like it's just, ooh, it's a lot. Plus with the new spirit, it'll be interesting to see how to gain higher spirit. Hi baby. Because what's up? What's up? What is it? What do you want? Huh? Want to watch? Yeah. Sorry. Baby's with me. So, train of thought is Spirit. Spirit's hard to kind of maintain. So far, I've only seen it on Scepters and Body. Scepters for sure, Body as a modifier. But Body is obviously range. I've seen anywhere from 10 to 40 to probably like 60 spirit. That's the average, obviously. High end spirit will probably be close to the 80s to 100s. There'll be much later level items. Yeah? E? You gotta make E's with the Pocky. You need 2 more. Mite. Oh, you don't have enough. You don't have enough. E. Sorry. Baby's making letters with food. Yeah, Spirit is gonna be hard to maintain, especially if you're gonna start doing minions. I have a friend right now who's running a minion build, and he's kind of just... He's okay with it. He's content with it, but it's not what it used to be, where we could just summon minions and it really wasn't anything. It was just constant uses of mana, and you could just run bunches of auras, right? And you would just buff your minions to Kingdom Come. Right now it's not like that, and so it'll be interesting as I take a look into minions. And boom. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see. I'll definitely try to make a build guide on this one. The build guide is fairly simple in all honesty. So it's not going to look amazing or anything. It's going to be very simple. Because it's just a beginner. Because I don't know how I'm going to take this build any further after this, other than just improving upon equipment. I tried Lightning Conduit, but Lightning Conduit is just like Comet. The cast time is just too long. So I don't know how I'm able to utilize that. And then the mana for Cathlon Shock is just too high. And so you're not going to be able to utilize it as quickly as, let's say, Arc. Also, damage-wise, I don't think it's as high as Arc. Arc, I think, is the highest damaging skill for Lightning at the moment. And so unless they nerf it, it might be perfect. Because right now, me being able to cast about 2 Arcs at once is pretty badass. Right? It really just like allows me to just run through things. Right? And that freeze. Oh, look at this freeze. Ready? And freeze and just go. See? Look at that. So, that is where I am at right now with this. Again, I am still somewhat content with my build that I've made so far. I'm pretty sure others have made a very similar build. I just didn't like Spark as much. So. If anybody has any questions, just go ahead and ask. Probably doing a lot more streams, videos about builds that I come up with. I don't get to game as much anymore because, you know, I'm a dad now. I got a job, things to do. But I'll definitely do my best to get more and more builds out there. I was very interested in minions, though I did hear Flicker Strike as Monk isn't that good, so because now they use power charges instead of frenzy charges. So that's kind of interesting. So we'll see how things pan out. Okay, we'll probably get through this and then probably hop off to go help the baby. If I remember correct, poison damage is chaos if I remember. I'm not sure. Actually, do they even have gem stashes? Shop. Stash tab. Gem stash. 30. Only got 10 left. I'll probably buy some a little later. Come on, dude. You need more juice? Damn, baby. Okay, I'll get you some in a second, okay? I was almost done. Oh, there we go. Oh, is this one any good? 50% more recovery, 54% charges. Ooh, 115. That's 405 to 319. 25% increased charges gained. Actually, that might be better still. Check the belt. Ooh, charm slots are 2. Not just 1, but 2. Plus 1 charm slot. Maximum life. Ah, but I need max lightning and fire resistance, honestly. This one's still better. Though, selling the 2 charm slot should be pretty fairly easy. That poison damage just hurts. Oh. Is it up here? Yes, there we go. Oh no. Yeah, you just gotta eat it, baby. Yeah, you just gotta eat it. You don't wanna eat it? You don't want it? Wait, can we put it here? Since you don't want it. I'm just gotta go back. Oh. I was almost done, okay?
You found the when I have goodbye. Speak up.
Hey, no more? You eat it all? Damn. No. Oh, just put this over here. Skill points 1, 2. I'll be able to get mind over matter soon. could I take away from mind over matter? Can't take away anything. Looks like I just have to deal with it for now. Okay. Only need about 4 million XP left. Should be able to get that before we finish, I think. Oh, hey, that's Elsa. Start having stuff sell. Some guy just asked how to use the stash tabs or something. Part of me is like, oh man, I gotta start setting mine up to do that too. Oh, double exalted drops. Look at that. I know some people might not be excited about Exalted, but man, when you realize just how good those orbs are, you realize why they're the currency. Now, I definitely can see jewelers, greater jewelers, perfect jewelers, of those being like currency items, but they're never gonna be the same as Earthworks with how popular they are. Oh shit. It's close. Oops, didn't mean that. Don't need that flask. They haven't been good since I found any. This global chat is something else sometimes. Some of those hits do hurt a lot, which is why I'm starting to go over for mind over matter. And hope that I can start to look for some mana regen items. And sell some of the other items that I have at the moment. Alright, sisters, let's go. Oh shit, these things. Woo! Almost got my ass handed to me by those. Oops. The only problem is not being able to see them. That's why I think that. So if I can get them before they get me, we're good. insane how accurate those things are. Actually, what's not even the accuracy. What gets me is how quick they are. Alright, so now that we have mind over... Oh, wait, no, we don't. Oh, yeah, we do. We have mind over matter. Now we're going to start taking damage from my mana first. But what I'm thinking of doing is now... finding a way. So you can see how slowly it starts to regenerate. I'm thinking of now moving energy shield to mana. And then I have to find a way to really get that mana to get up. It's all about increasing that mana regen now. Oh my god, this takes forever, yo. This is one of the things I just genuinely hated was how long these maps are. Like, it's great because, like, you know, they're big and, like, you can, like, utilize them, but, like, come on, like, you gotta, like, get them through this somehow. Alright, so right now I might actually, I mean, I'll respec a little bit, but I can't use mind over matter at the moment because there's just not enough regeneration. Alright, so I can't utilize mind over matter as much as I wanted to. I mean, unless I put energy shield into it. Let's see. If I refund those, I can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Trying to think, do I want more damage or do I want more? Let's see those three. We're gonna do something fun. What's this? Oh, we don't want that. I wanted to go over here, but that's not gonna be possible yet. Okay, there we go. So what we actually gonna do is we're gonna focus on doing this first. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need 7 more levels, which will bring me to 67 before I can start to utilize the mind over matter better. It's more along the lines that I run out of mana too quickly. And because I run out too quickly, I need to find a way to keep it going. And so obviously increasing it by an exorbitant amount, let's say 40%, 40%, or 12%, 40, this one was at 75%. So I'm doing about 155% energy shield from focus, and we're gonna switch all that to mana. And then we're gonna get these last 2 mana regens. As well as patient barrier. I mean, that this will probably be like one of the later things I grab, but these 4 will be best because I want that spell damage, and then I want to get back to mind over matter. Right now, it doesn't help. I lose things too quickly, so it just doesn't utilize it very well. Jamanara. Here we go.
You are relentless, but that makes you predictable. The time of the Faradin is nigh.
I gotta kill this thing first. Looks legit cool. And freeze, come on. There we go. Done. See? Nice and simple. I actually can dig everything too. Oh, 14. Yeah, we're definitely throwing that on Arc real quick. Level 20 brings it to 4.7k. Alright. Well, it looks like I am done for the time being. I will definitely be coming back in a little bit. I'm just gonna hang out with the baby for a little bit before I come back. The wifey should also be home soon. I'm trying to control maps from around, and for some reason I can't find the second place to sign. Oh, whatever.
Quickly.
Yeah, dude, look cool. Actually, what do I look like without all my stuff on? Oh, let's see. Oh, Henderson. No, I want the pet. Hey, I just look normal. Ain't nothing wrong with me. I just look normal. That's kind of boring. Oh, I wish I could add more stuff. Too bad. Okay.
The Faradin have us as we speak. We will have our
The Dreadnought. Yeah, I need to do the twins, right? Yeah, I want to do the twins, because the twins gave me something, if I can remember correctly. Okay, let's go find those twins, because that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the twins to get whatever, so I can just deal with all those extra little contents that I needed to do. Twins could be up there. If they're not on this one, then I will definitely have to backtrack and waypoint that way. Though I do feel like they're in this or that area, one of the two. This one has nothing, so I'm gonna go north. Okay, no, that has nothing as well. I know I said them before on the second act, but I'm like, they could not have been this tricky to find before. So, it's kind of annoying, yes. Very much annoying indeed. Dude, where are they? Jeez, where could they be? It's really one of those things where I'm just like, you gotta be shitting me. Like, come on. Well, that's a blocked off path. Okay. So we're down here. Got the shiny mantle, so. But this also has to be a blocked off path, no? Yeah, see, it's blocked off. What the fuck? Are they into Shar? Okay, let's portal back and head to the Shar real quick. So yes, I mean, I know I said I'd be done in a little bit, but I want to get those twin sisters before I quit. Transcended monsters, plus 30% elemental. Welcome to Red Blast. Take 20% of the damage from blocked hits. Enemies are called on block.
Do not wander.
see if I can find the watchful twins here fairly quickly. Definitely take the golds. Volatile Dead is so useless to me, but it's just fun once in a while to just cast it for the hell of it. Alright, so this is a checkpoint. But like, why the fuck is that a checkpoint? Oh my god. Thanks a little bout one. Oh dear, oh dear, dear. Please let this be it. Oh, god damn it, dude. Dude, you guys, this sucks. Come on. You guys don't need to make the maps this big, but absolutely. this it? Oh, come on! Fuck you guys. I'm gonna go freeze shit. I got the exhaust door. Look how fucking ridiculous. Well, that wasn't it though. What was it? Yeah, Watchful Twins. Okay, so that was it. Alright, let's go back. At least I got a exalted orb, but still pretty shitty in my opinion. Alright guys, I will catch you all later. Thanks for watching. Hope you all had some decent information given to you. And I will catch you guys maybe a little bit later.